Hello everybody and welcome back to the Phantom Racing League YouTube channel here for race number 9 of the 2023 season here. We're 3/4 of the way through the regular season, only a 12 race schedule heading into the playoffs, and we are in race number 9 of that 12 race schedule. Tonight we will be racing at Worldwide Technology Raceway at Gateway, or as most NASCAR fans just call it, Gateway. So let's take a look at our starting lineup. It'll be MJ Bross once again capturing the pole here at Gateway at a 31.864. And alongside him on the front row is Parley in that 42 at a 31.988. Row 2 will be Showtime Flash in the 38 car. Next to him, Elvin Priest in the 51. It'll be MJ Bross on the pole with Parley right next to him, then Showtime Flash, Elvin Priest, Black Cross. We're racing here at Gateway. The green flag waves. Now watch them set sail into turn 1. This is a very tight, very tricky corner to get around. Easy to overshoot that and slide up the racetrack. So far, everyone's keeping it under control here. Elvin getting around the 38 car for the third spot. Closes in on that 42's rear bumper through 3 and 4. Turns 3 and 4 are way different in size and banking than 1 and 2. So another one of those egg-shaped tracks where you have to have your car set up to handle both ends of the track. Oh, we got a car sliding up the track, and it's the 96 of Favre. And that patriotic red, white, and blue Toyota got hot under braking, sending it all the way up against the outside wall. Already off to a rough start. You just go as hard as you can and hope the tires last. We got a battle here further back between Cyogenic and Chase. Flash got passed by both of those guys as well. Here's Portal in the 00. We're riding on board with him now. Cio sending it way up the racetrack, up into the 78. Carried way too much speed into the entrance to the corner, and that'll send Chase up into the wall. But he's going to rally back here, get back around the 12. But look at the run the 00 car had here. As Flash is now outside of the top 10, it looks like, or at least close to falling out of it. Now side by side with Chase. It's still Parley out in front, but you can see that 4 car. Mike RPM closing that gap back up here. He's going to go to the outside, cutting it back down, building up that speed. Parley running a lower line here. He's going to go way down to the inside. Parley blocks it. This guy's getting racy up here at the front in stage 1. Oh, but Parley slides up. He's got to cut back down here. Mike had a pretty good run here off of 4 stage, but I think we're getting close to Kari into the grass in 1 and 2. That's your 4th place runner. And I believe something is amiss on the 2 car. That does not look good. That might be terminal. Might be down a cylinder, maybe 2 cylinders. He seems to have got it refired. Maybe he accidentally hit the kill switch or something. As Mike has got around Parley for the lead. Elvin's still running in the 3rd spot. Coming off 4, Parley with a big run. I think this will be for the stage win. He's peeking to the inside, nothing quite there. And I believe that'll be the end of the stage. And I think that'll be stage win number 7 for Mike. He has been stacking those stage wins, adding up to his playoff point total heading into the playoffs later in the year. And I get these guys rolling here for stage 2. Mike back to the point ahead of Parley, then Elvin. Shovelhead up to 4th here on this restart. 18 getting a little out of shape here. Here comes the 78 of Chase. Cyogenic fighting back on his outside. Shovelhead up to 3rd ahead of Elvin. Now this is where I feel like Mike's car is the best, unless he made some adjustments on his pit stop, so it will be a matter of time if that 42 of Parley can run him back down again. Now there's still plenty of time for this number 96 to charge back forward. You see the 42 getting back to the inside of Mike RPM through 3 and 4, and back to the lead that 42 car goes. Shovelhead's going to push Mike down the straightaway, stay to the outside. Gonna see him pull a big swing from that top rope. Oh, but not quite, because the 14 car took all of that space that Mike was going to use to cut back down and build up speed down the backstretch, because that 14 wants to go to the front. Because MFF Nomad got ahead of Shovel last week. Shovel didn't race last week, and Nomad got up into 6th in points. But he only got ahead of him by 2, and him and Mike got together. It looked like Shovel got too tight coming off of turn 2 in that 14 car. Down but not out, though. And now we're starting to see that point in the race where that number 78 car comes to life, and I think we're seeing it right about now. Oh, Parley overshoots the entrance at 3. You better get that thing back down, and he does. Now, does he have anything to get back around that 4 car? Oh, he might have sent it in there too deep. Sends Mike way up the racetrack and almost into the outside wall. And Mike not only loses the lead, but he's going to lose 2nd spot to It's Your Bro Chase. And now this is a guy that Parley's got to deal with now, and he opens up the pearly gates for that 78 car to march his way forward into turn 3 down to the inside lane. And those two really getting together here. Side by side, it's a drag race to lead that lap, and the 78 is going to edge out ahead, but can he keep his car pinned down? All 3 of them overshoot it, in fact. But it's about that exit speed there, and that 78, he's got it. Mike gets back around Parley, who slips back into the 3rd spot. Here comes Elvin. That number 51 Chevy in 4th. So yeah, it was only a matter of time. It was only a matter of time. So now Parley back to the inside. He's trying to run his line. Mike's running a little bit of a higher line here through 1 and 2. Cyogenic around the 18, the 24. Multiple cars sliding down the backstretch. The 18 car facing the wrong way. And the caution flag is out. To end stage 2, It's Your Bro Chase gets out ahead of Mike and Parley and gets stage number 2. With that wreck comes the end of the 2nd stage, so MJ Bros 2nd, Parley 3rd. So we'll keep an eye on some of these guys here. We'll keep an eye on the 38, the 96, who's fighting his way forward, as well as the number 2. If those electrical gremlins go away on that number 2 car, the green flag waves for one final stage here. It's Your Bro Chase to the point. He's got 2 challengers in his mirror, that 4 and the 42, still battling each other, but this time for the 2nd spot. As Bro Chase is looking to pull away from these guys here if he can. Elvin's still in 4th. Not for long if that 96 car has anything to say about it. Here comes Favre. Cyogenic in that 48 car also up there. Elvin to the inside of Mike through turns 1 and 2. Flash way up the racetrack, losing some spots here on this restart. That 38 car just doesn't quite seem to have the handling tonight. Elvin slides it up high, opening the door for Favre and maybe Cyogenic if both of those guys can get around him, but the 51's going to shut the door here off the corner and down the front stretch, and he'll maintain the spot for now. Now, what does Parley have for Bro Chase? He's got the run here off of 2. That 78 car got a bit tight, almost tagged that safer barrier. Sticking out like a sore thumb there off of turn 2. He enters low, Parley goes a bit high. And Mike just watches on from behind in the 3rd spot. So 4th, 5th, and 6th remain the same at the moment. Harley peeking to the inside of Chase. I think Chase tried to cut him off there, or at least tried to protect that bottom as much as he can, and just was a little bit too late. Parley took advantage of it. He was already committed to that corner, and Parley gets back out in front. Definitely not done seeing that. Oh, Parley got out of shape off of 2. He loses a little bit of speed to Bro Chase, who goes back to the front, and he's going to lose 2nd to Mike. And now these two are going to go head-to-head here once again, just like they did at Chicago 2 weeks ago. And the 96 of Favre is now up into the 4th spot. Look out, guys. Here comes that 96, throwing his hat in the ring. That 96 car coming to life. Cyogenic in the 48, gotten around Elvin. He's in the top 5 now. It's about taking those opportunities when he can. Mike and Parley get together! Off of turn 2, they touch doors. Both of them look like they got out of shape. And Favre's gonna pick them both off. Parley tags the 48 of Cyogenic up into Favre, and Cyogenic's gonna slide right all the way up the racetrack here. Parley takes the spot back and through brute force. Him and Mike got really hard together there off of turn 2. That was almost disastrous for both of them. Car. Let's take a look at the rest of the field here. Here's the 38 Showtime Flash. And man, let me tell you, this is a night he would like to forget. Not the night he was looking for. Not the car he would like to have. It has been a very up and down day for him, mostly down. As you can see, he is well towards the back of the pack here. Same with 19mm in that number 12 car, not really having the night he was looking for. As our leaders are looking to come in and pit, there's the 51. Elvin Freese there. I saw, who else? 96 of Favre. 4 car of Mike, 51 of Elvin. Here's the 48 of Cyogenic. Looks like he might be coming in this time. Same with the 78 of Chase, who's going to surrender the race lead. Cyogenic carried a little too much speed onto the access road, but he gets it back on there, as he's going to try to at least gain some time on that number 78. Parley pits with him, same with the 18. So here's Flash. This could be a strategy play for Flash here. I don't know what kind of trick he has up his sleeve. We know how he is with strategy. He's been pretty good at it. It's gotten him to 2 wins earlier in the year. So maybe him running towards the back could be by design. Maybe he thinks there might be a chance where he doesn't have to pit as many times as these guys do. I don't know. Like I said, 38, still the race leader. If I can get to him here. Here he is. 12 car is second. Third place is actually the 96. Ahead of Mike. And Cyogenic, Parley, Elvin. Now where is the 78 running? About 28 laps to go here. Favre, I'm gonna need you to pull up the running order for me. I need a little bit of help. Now there's the 12 car of 19, getting his service now. He thinks that's about as far as his car will be able to go in this run, so we'll see where that takes him. Here's 19, fresh out of the pits. He is on fresher tires than the 96 before, so he should be able to get away from these guys. These guys are on the front stretch. Where's the 78? He's on the back stretch. Could this be what I think it is? Did the 78 get a speeding penalty on pit road? I cannot officially confirm that, but it looks like the 78 of It's Your Bro Chase might have got caught by the speeding police on pit road, which would explain why he is not, or maybe he's just that much faster. I don't know. Actually, no, because he would be scored up in the top 5, and I looked at the last scoring loop. I didn't see him scored in the top 5 at all. Yeah, the 96 is the leader. Sorry, I am all over the place, folks. It's been a couple weeks for me. Yeah, the 96 is the leader. FR Favre. I think It's Your Bro Chase might have packed it up and went home for the night, as he is still in the pits. An opportunity to get around this number 48 as Cyogenic for third. And maybe possibly, if he executes it to perfection, the one car slides it up the track into traffic, and that's going to screw up the 96 and the 4. And here comes Cyogenic up to second and maybe for the lead. Well, he's definitely got the lead now because the 4 and the 96 are pitting this time. Wow. That had to have scared the crap out of both of these guys. He's going to cycle out behind since he pitted later, but he's got the tire advantage among these top two. At least once it cycles out now. Race leader is currently this guy right here, at least for now, and it's going to cycle out to the next guy, which I think will cycle back to the 96. So Elvin Priest trying to stretch it as far as he could, and he's going to get his service now. And that'll put maybe the 4 car out in front ahead of the 96 with 10 laps to go.
I'm coming. Oh!
Correction, since I have been all over the place tonight, here is your race leader. It's actually the number 2 car of MFF Kari trying to do some strategy, as he has yet to pit this time. Maybe the engine shut off, hit the kill switch, whatever it was. No, he's pitting this time. He tried to bank on a caution there, and unfortunately for him, there was no caution. The race is still green, so he will surrender the race lead now. But he's got quite a distance on the 4 and the 96, so let's get back to those guys real quick.
Oh, that's a big load!
Oh my goodness. Well, guess who's the leader? It's Showtime Flash. I need to stop assuming things. I don't have Showtime Flash's stream up. I don't know if he's even streaming or not. If he's been streaming this whole time, I'm gonna look like the biggest idiot. Showtime Flash is the leader, trying to keep his car under control. So this will be the battle for second. Still between these three, just not for the position that I thought it was for. So it's Mike ahead of Favre, ahead of Cyogenic still, but here comes Favre to the inside. That 96 with a big run off the corner. Down the front stretch he goes. And here comes Cyogenic as well. Both of them getting around the 4 car. Move the 96 up to second, as we're at the white flag this time. Cyogenic gets put into the wall off of 2. Meanwhile, Showtime Flash is going to come across the line, and I believe he's going to be the winner of this race. Turning the race over its head, was running at the back in the final stage, pulls off some strategy magic, and comes out with the dub, his 3rd of the season. Unbelievable. In the battle for second, it's going to be Favre that comes out ahead of Mike. Shovelhead is going to finish 4th. Where's Shovelhead? There he is. Shovelhead is your 4th place finisher, and shout out to 19mm top 5 finish for the first time this season. Talk about monkey see, monkey do. He was doing the same thing the 38 car was, and he's going to come out of it with a top 5. Parley 6th, Black Cross 7th, Kari 8th, and Cyogenic, who had crashed on the last lap off of turn 2, was looking to get another top 5 finish, crashed on the last lap, finishes 9th. And another surprise, Elvin finishes 10th, his worst of the season. What is going on?
Well, let's look at the final results here, and it is Showtime Flash getting his third win of the season off of a one-stop strategy in the final stage, coming out ahead of Favre and Mike, who were taking two stops in that final stage. Favre coming out ahead of Mike in that number 96 car. FR Shovelhead in fourth, and 19mm also did a one-stop strategy in fifth, so that'll be his first top five of the season, and that'll also make 4 out of the top 5 spots occupied by FRR drivers. Parlaying the 42, something happened to him on the final stop that put him in 6th, Black Cross in 7th. MFF Kari in that number 2 car has been fighting mechanical gremlins all race long, was able to soldier on, make it to the finish in 8th place. And there you see Cyogenic all the way down in 9th. He looked like he had a top 5 finish in the bag, crashed on the last lap off of turn 2, and he and Mike were getting together, setting him sideways up against the outside wall. And then you see Elvin in 10th. I actually asked him what happened to him. He actually spun off the exit of pit road off the final pit stop, and that's why you see him all the way down there in 10th place. MFF Hamlin Nation, last car in the lead lap in 11th. Portal Guy in his one-off return finishes in 12th, 1 lap down in that 00 car. MFF Ed, though, 1 lap down. And you know the saying in Talladega Nights, if you ain't first, you're last. And Itzebro Chase took that to heart after a speeding penalty took him out of contention. And that'll do it here at Gateway. Now tune in next week where we will be racing at Atlanta Motor Speedway for our 10th race of our 12-race regular season schedule. We're getting close to the playoffs here. And if you want to tune in for those races, make sure to subscribe to the YouTube channel. Click the notification bell so you don't miss a race. We go live every Thursday night. You're watching the Phantom Racing League here on YouTube, and we will see you next time.